following chemical energetics questions related to the Hess law or the Hess cycle. And the question states that the diagram illustrates the energy changes of a set of reactions. So the different reactions, for example, R is getting converted into S, and the enthalpy change for that reaction is given. It's minus 134 kilojoules per mole. S is getting converted to U, and the enthalpy change is provided. Similarly, T is getting converted to U, the enthalpy change is given. R is getting converted to T, and this enthalpy change for this path is not given. And you are asked which of the following statements are correct. Now remember that Hess law states that one path is equal to another path as long as the reactants and the products are equal. The energy changes of one path are exactly going to be the same as the energy changes of the second path. For example, if I go from R to U, the enthalpy changes or the energy changes from using this path, and the energy changes of this path would be exactly the same. So starting with option 1, option 1 states that the enthalpy change for the transformation U to R is plus 42 kilojoules per mole. So you're going from U and you're heading to R. So that's your destination. So you're moving from U to R. So you would first have to go to S. So you go to S, and then from S you move to R. So as you're following the path in the opposite direction, the enthalpy change for this path from moving from U to S is going to change. The sign would change. It's going to be minus 92 kilojoules or joules per mole. And the enthalpy change from moving from S to R, because you're going in the opposite direction, it's going to be plus 134. So moving from U to R is going to be, so U to R would be minus 92 plus 134. So moving from U to R is going to be, you're going to first go to S, and then from S you're going to move to R. So it's minus 92 plus 134. So the answer is going to be, it's going to be equal to plus 42 kilojoules per mole, which is correct. So option 1 is the correct option. So moving to option 2. Option 2 is the enthalpy change for the transformation T to S is endothermic. So we're now moving from T to S. So let's pick another color. So we're moving from, this is our starting point, T, and we have to reach S. So you're going to move from T to U first, and then from U you're going to reach S. So you're going to reach S. So this is the path that you're going to follow. Since you're moving from T to U first, the direction of your movement is exactly the same. So the enthalpy change over here is going to remain exactly the same. And then you're moving from U to S. So this enthalpy change would change because you're going in the opposite direction of the arrow. So instead of plus 92, it's going to be minus 92. So the enthalpy change from moving from T to S is going to be, you're going to first move from T to U, which is minus 75, and then you're going to move from U to S, which is minus 92. So whatever the enthalpy change, it's always going to be negative. It's going to be exothermic. The sign, two negatives are going to add up, and they're going to give you another negative. So it's going to be the answer, the final answer is going to be negative, whatever the answer. So it's going to be exothermic. Negative enthalpy means that the reaction is releasing energy. It's exothermic. So this statement, the second statement, endothermic, is actually incorrect. It's not going to be endothermic. It's actually going to be exothermic. So the second statement is incorrect. And if the second statement is incorrect, the third statement is automatically incorrect, because the marking key doesn't have any option which has 1 and 3 as correct. So but we're going to confirm. The third is obviously incorrect, but we're going to confirm. And he's saying that the enthalpy change for the transformation R to T is minus 33 kilojoules per mole. So using a different color for this, we're moving from R and we're moving to T now. Now remember, if you move from R to T directly, you have a path, but that the enthalpy change for that path is not given. So this path is not known. But Hess law states that one path is equal to another path as long as the reactants and the products are the same. So we're moving from R to T. So we're going to go follow this path. We're going to go from R to S, then from S to U, and then from U to T. So this is my second path. So I'm going to move from R to S first. Once I reach there, then I'm going to move from S to U. So I'm going to follow this path, and then I'm going to move from U to T. So this is the path that I'm going to take. So it's moving from R to T. So first I'm going to go from R to S, which is minus 134. Remember, I'm following the arrow in the exact direction, so it's going to remain minus 134. After that, I'm going from S to U. Again, I'm following the same arrow, so that is plus 92. And after that, I'm going from U to T, which is so I'm going in the opposite direction of the arrow, U to T. So this enthalpy would change. It's not going to be minus 75. It's actually going to be plus 75. So this would be plus 75. So let's find out what the final answer. I'm going to use a calculator now to figure out the answer, and the value that I get for this is plus 33 joules per mole. So it's positive 33, whereas in option 3 the value is given as minus 33, which is incorrect. So it's not minus 33, it's going to be plus 33. Hence only option 1 is correct, and the marking key for only having option 1 as correct is this would be option D. So according to the marking key, this is option D.